Hey everybody, this is Johnny Wu here with MDI. Today we're going to do a quick demonstration of how to do a live stream to YouTube with multiple cameras, very low cost. So now that we are going through the lockdown or stay at home command from different states, and because of the pandemic, we are trying to find a way to get our message out there, or try to get a way to continue being creative. So a lot of us filmmakers were trying to find a way to use different cameras to do streaming to YouTube. And so they use the cameras, the GA5, the Blackmagic Pocket 4K with a bunch of gears and so on. But there's another way you can do that by using your phones, or if you have a whole bunch of iOS devices like I do. I have an iPad, I have a mini iPad, iPad 4. I got an iPhone that I use for controlling all the different devices, what I do for filmmaking. I'm also having a Android phone that's available for it too. So I use it better, and by using a free software you can get from Teradek. It's called the Live Air Action and Remote. You can actually connect them all together. So I have into one great way to do streaming. Then I use the iPad Pro here in the back here as a control panel to control all these cameras, or rather all these phones and devices into streaming. And because you're streaming everything to YouTube, the lowest quality you can go for is about 720, and then you can change the bit rate, or you can go all the way to 1080. Definitely you don't want to go 4K, because streaming all together into the iPad and then go out through Wi-Fi to YouTube can be a little bit hectic or hard to transmit. So today I'm going to show you some of the equipment that you can use to do that. I'm filming both of them with the DJI Pocket camera, this Aabsom Pocket, and also with the Xiaomi Fimi Palm. Both are portable cameras, and use them to shoot. So this way you can see between the different camera casts. But depending on what type of iPad Pro you're using, if you're using the 10.5 or the first generation iPad that use Lightning connection, you definitely need a Lightning to USB port adapter, so you can connect into Ethernet, or you can use the any wired or wireless microphone. In this case, you can use either the Saramonic Blink500, or Sennheiser also have a little wireless devices, the xsw. A little bit more expensive, but it does give a better quality because the mic that comes with it, which is the Sennheiser ME2. So if you use wireless, you just have to plug that into, and then if you use wired, you just have to get one of those iPhone wireless wired microphone, which is it's about $14 to get that. And you can plug it into using a 3.15 millimeter connectors to do so. Now, if you have the iPad Pro or the newer iPad that use USB ports, then you need something like this. This is a device that you can use to connect all the different devices to a USB-C port onto the iPad Pro. You can even have an Ethernet connector in the back here that you can use it for, and you can also connect by using a 3.5 connectors to the audio in, so they'll give you audio recording, and that should be it. So everything else will be controlled by the iPad Pro, all the different cameras. So I'm going to go through the whole process and show you how to do it. All right, so now that you know what kind of accessory you need to connect all together, we're going to go to the iPad. I had a screen recording on my iPad Pro here, and also have a screen recording on the iPad Mini 4, so you can see the remote, how it works, and then how it works on the control panel one. So the control panel one, you go to Live Air, you use the action, and it will load up the program and get ready to go. So here you can see that actually the iPad Pro can using the front camera to start with. So you can change that by tapping and hold down the screen, and then you can just change it to front camera, and then that will be me holding the camera there, and then you can actually get ready to go. If you tap in this is basically the preview screen. This is what it goes to YouTube or live at. And then over here, this section you can do transition, or you can cut and back, so on. Over this section is called the overlays. Overlays can be something you can put a little titles part of it, or you can put a logo on the top, or you can disable them both. And if you have any pictures, you want to do something with it, you can see preview there first, and you can send it to streaming to live. So that would be something to do. You can go back again by doing this, and then go back that way. So that's pretty simple. So on the iPad mini, we do is we run the program. We go to the program is called Lav Air Remote. You activate it. The same thing you do there with this one. This is the Android one. You can notice that the front camera color tone is a little bit different than the iPads. So now this is there. You just basically can turn this on to front camera. You can use the back camera. For my experience, because the iOS between the iPad Pro and the iPad Mini 4, the color tone on the front camera is a little different, so it takes a while to adjust it. I did realize the back camera, the one that facing you camera, actually looks easier for me to do. I have them all set up for 1080. You can actually go to each one of those, and you can click on auto balancing, auto focus, and so on, make it easier. So here on the iPad Pro, you actually select a new device. You get a Teradek device, and then you can decide which one of those you want to use. So the A3 is my Android phone, so I can click that and say done, and that's whether or not you have audio source. You want to use only as audio source, you say no. Then a few minutes later, you reactivate. Then you want to turn on the other one will be the iPad 4. You can go up to up to 6 different devices if you really go that crazy. Then a few minutes later, will be on there. So in this case, if I want to change from different angle, I just have to tap the screen, and I can preview there. I can get rid of the lines there, and then I can just go cut into the export part of it. You can do the same thing in different section and do that, and go cut out to other, and then you can go back and forth. So it's fairly simple to do that. Obviously, by using a USB-C hub that you can connect the power source, Ethernet connectors if you need to do that far to go in there, and then the outer there, so you can be able to do the talk and so on. Fairly simple. Now the part that's a little bit complicated, but it's really not much, is the part of the going live. So you can actually go to this little icon here that say like little gear, and then you go to broadcast destination. From there, you can either go minus destination, and then you can add a destination. For example, if you're going to create several schedule event, you can actually add as many destinations you want. So each destination, you decide where you want to go to. You can go to live stream, here, Ustream, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live. In my case, I use YouTube a lot. I sign into my account, Google. In this case, I'll use my MDI one, which tells me which version, which account I want to go into for. Then I select channel. This is where you create the event. So I have a channel already set up for producing your first film, which is coming up. Actually, it's going to be coming up in April 5th, which is tomorrow, 6th rather. But that's going to be already, by the time you see this video, it's already over. So we're going to create a new one. Here you get to type in a name. I'll turn my keyboard up on, and then type a name there. So say live showing of live test. That'd be easier. In the description, you can do whatever you want. A live test with live air action. Say create an event. So once that is there, you press done, and then you can see on the current say YouTube live test. You can actually change that, decide which one you want. Once you finish one, you can go back to the next one. So it's kind of very fairly simple. And when that's ready to go, or apply the settings, when that's all done, you go to YouTube account and go to under the channels, creative studio section. You go to live section. You should be able, you can refresh now. You should be able to see. Let's see when I can see that. Probably not. Let's try that. Wait. Then you can you will see one to say live test. You can go into the live control room, to update, we're gonna do a screen capture here. You can change the channel thumbnail to whatever you want. In this case, I'm just do a quick test, so it's just something different. And so, and then you can do a schedule when you want to do this thing. And then you can also, and then that's it. So once it's done, you can go back. And obviously, this is a test. I don't want to be in public, so I'm going to put it on listener at this point. And if you don't want to monetize, you just click on and off and monetizing it, and that's it. So that's very simple to do. So when you're ready to go, you can just go back to the iPad Pro, and then you say go live stream, and then go live. What's going to happen is you actually can see it on YouTube. Hopefully you can see on the screen on one of the camera that I'm recording right now. So it takes about 20 to 30 seconds delay. Then people can chat with you over here while you can actually see the result, and then you can control it with different angle cuts. So you'll be delayed about 20 to 30 seconds delay. So, and that's it. It's very simple, very easy to use. And after all, this software is free, doesn't cost you a dime. Only thing you have to worry about is trying to get everything else to connect them together. It's either having the phones to use as a second camera and third camera's angles, and get a USB port, a USB-C hub, or get something like a microphone like this for it, then you should be good to go. And thanks for watching. If you like this, subscribe, and I'll give you more stuff in the future.